Hello and welcome back to Mohan the Conqueror. Mohan speaking. Today I'm going to do the things I feel like the GLBT community do not talk about. And this is a lot of things they do not talk about. Certain things that I feel like needs to be spoken on. And I have a few pieces I'm working on to actually kind of go in depth, depth, whatever, however the fuck that word is sounded, to explain what I'm trying to do. Now, number one for me, I feel like things about the gay community that people don't really understand. It's not all sugar. It's not all sugars, cookies, fairies, and flowers. Let me explain that to a lot of straight people. It is not awesome. It is not. No, it's drama. It's so much drama. Like when I say drama, I mean just the yeah. It's a little crazy. I feel like that there is a lot of drama that goes within it, and there's a few people who can actually approach to that's not in the gay community can kind of understand like the shit. I feel like needs to kind of be not just nipped in the bud, but talked about. Like it, there's just so much drama. There's so much he said, she said. There's so much um, cheating and scandals and disease spreading and hatred, racism, body shaming. There's so much in the gay community that doesn't get talked about, but it doesn't get talked about on like a deeper level. And I would love to speak to even the people who even feel that way, because you have those preferences or no preferences. There's just so much things that I feel like people need to really realize that the gay community is not fucking sugar cookies. Like it is foul. Because I grew up, for me, I didn't fit in even with the gay community. That was the difference. I never felt like I was attractive. I've never had a boyfriend. I never felt like anything like that. So what I had to do, I had to get it from a different source. So I had to kind of switch it up when it came to me. I never got to enjoy coming out and stuff like that, which I don't think that happens to many gay people, in my opinion, enjoying coming out. But I feel like if you're with your own community and you're supposed to be at with open arms and everything, but then all you see is drama, fighting, thievery, stabbing, shooting, like just the most foulest things that happen in the gay community, and people don't pay attention to it and people don't talk about it. I mean, there's tons of like polyamorous and open relationships, which I feel like need to be talked about, because I want to understand how can something like that work. Now, it's not for everyone, and I don't agree that it should be for everyone. Me personally, I can't. I've thought about it, but I can't see myself dealing with two different personalities. Like that's just something that no, that you dealing with one already, trying to deal with multiple. I don't fucking get it. But there's different dynamics within these relationships that I want to talk about. I want to also. There's another thing I have an issue with. A lot of it has to do with like the cisgendered, transsexual, transvestite community, female community. I feel as if they speak on the worst type of things. I feel like they are trying to shove down our throats, even in the gay community, of what terms to use, what we should say, how we should say it, how we should approach them. But you cannot sit here and force us to change our vocabulary to fit your needs. That's impossible for us. If you don't want to be chose a gender, you need to pick one, just so it'd be easier for everyone else to at least be able, who probably don't understand, to call you at least a term that is more respectable than saying what are you, like things like that, because there are worse terms for people to say to you. But I feel like no matter what, if you find a term that you feel like is comfortable for anybody, that would work. You need to be, we as gay people, as GLBT, we need to be the stronger of us. We need to sit here and be able to take any words and all the fuck shit that people say to us in stride and be like, we're still going to stay strong. But we don't. We have so many PC gay people who sit here and have to, everything has to be politically correct, and people can't speak their minds or have any different opinions. If you agree, if you don't agree, who fucking cares if you don't agree? But we should have a real conversation about it and see why, because there's a lot of other things that people don't go in depth about certain situations or why they have this certain issue. And that's just something that bothers me a lot, is that the gay community puts on this facade of it being amazing, but there's so much craziness and there's so much hate and sadness and shit that people don't talk about. And I feel like that needs to be brought to light, because maybe as a community we can start learning from our mistakes, because I feel like we need to be better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? We need to also acknowledge another thing, that a lot of these rich gay men who claim they put in money for programs for gay people and things like that, I don't see a lot of that shit. And I'm from Minnesota. Half the places that I've seen have shut down or don't exist anymore, or they don't have the proper funding, or things just don't go properly right. Because I feel like if there's so many different places out here for all these kids to go hang out in arcades and all this shit, we need to find something like that for gay people, a safe place where they can learn stuff, meet other people in their community, things like that. But there needs to be strict rules and certain things that need to be for guidelines. And there's a lot of things like that I see. There's a lot of places in town that people don't even have anybody to talk to, or have no means to go out and at least interact with somebody else like that. And that's the type of thing I want to understand. I just want people to interact more. I want people to understand it more. I want people to embrace even the flaws within our gay community that we don't pay attention to and don't listen to. And that's something that I want to fix. So these were a few things. I might actually do another one and actually kind of edit it and actually do it properly. But this is something I wanted to talk about. So thank you guys. We'll be back for another video, hopefully. And I'll find another topic we can talk about, and we can go from there. Thank you. Peace.